Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, it's Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Jayco Eagle HT 24 RE rear entertainment fifth wheel. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A few things take into consideration when parking. On your campsite, leave plenty of room for this big awning. On your off campsite, you got a big deep slide, but I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Power is going to be right in front of your tires on your off campsite, and your water is going to be right next to that in your docking station. So park accordingly so you can utilize facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, we'll unhook our hitch by using our auto leveling system up here. Touch both arrows at the same time to get it to turn on, up or down. Now once your vehicle has left the being up underneath the unit, you're just going to go ahead and touch auto level. Now auto level will dip your front first, then it's going to bring down your auto leveling jacks back there, bring the front back up, and it's going to level the unit out. Once you hear it no longer moving, our unit's level and stable, we can go ahead and hook up our power and water. Big long 50 amp cord. The way these new plugs plug in is they'll come into the left, turn it to your right. At the end of that 50 amp cord, should you need, there is a 50 to 30 dog bone, we call it. That'll bring your amperage down. And a 30 to 15 amp, should you need to plug into a 110 somewhere. Got your power hooked up. Let's go ahead and hook up our water. To the left of your power is a big docking station. Jayco makes it real easy with just two knobs to turn. So at campsites, we are going to hook up to what's called city water. Blue to the right, green to the left. We're matching this. Then we're going to grab our water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi. It's going to protect the lines in your unit. You don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites, so it's always good to have these. Hook that up, hook up your hose, but one more step before we turn our hose on. Just to the right of that is going to be your hot water heater. Now this will lift right up off here. Now we're doing at this point, folks, make sure our drain plug's back in there. Throw some plumber's tape on that. Tape is preferred. Putty will gum up on you. So get some plumber's tape on that. That's an 1/8" socket. Get that in there nice and snug. Once that's in there, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. After your hose has been on for a little while, go inside and open up this slide. I want you to get in there and open up all of your water taps. Get a nice steady flow of water going through your lines. Get all the air out of your lines. Once you got a steady flow of water, shut them off. Then come out here and lift up on this pressure release valve. A little water comes out of there. You'll know your hot water heater is full. Then you can turn that on from indoors. Now if for some reason your hot water heater doesn't seem to work, come out here and check to see if this is bubbled up. Simply press that in. That's a reset, either side of those. Now we got your city water hooked up. Let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to use city water. We're going to go boondocking or dry camping. In that case, we got a two-step process. We're going to hook up the hose and water pressure regulator at the same spot. But we're going to start with tank fill. Keep our green to the right, turn our blue down. Plug your hot water heater the same way, then turn that hose on. Now we're going to go inside, and where you check the levels of your black and gray tanks, you'll also see a readout for your fresh water. Once that tank is full, remove that hose, throw your cap back on, and then inside or here, you'll turn on your water pump to utilize that fresh water tank. You'll also have to switch this first to dry camp. Blue here, green down. So fill your tank, then switch it to dry camp, then turn on your pump. Don't turn on your pump if you're using city water, that's already pressurized. You can also turn on this pump indoors. Generally, this switch out here is when you're going to want to winterize or sanitize, to turn on the water pump to suck your water in, or to suck your soapy water in if you're sanitizing, or your antifreeze if you're winterizing. And of course, in both those modes, you'll have to bypass your hot water heater. All right, we are all set to camp with power and water. Let me continue walking you through with this docking station. A little light up top here. Up here is where you prep for solar. You can plug in a solar panel in there and it'll trickle charge your batteries. Hot and cold shower right here with a spray port that'll plug in there, quick connect. Again, this is where you bypass your hot water heater. Turn on your water pump. Black tank flush, we'll talk about that when we dump our black and gray tanks. Cable and satellite hookups, all your hookups for your knobs and watering connections, black and gray tanks. Another thing is when you start to run your waters, run your water line up and through here and then connect. That's going to allow you to close this entry doorway by having your hoses conveniently go down through here. To our left is our big pass-through storage. These will set to motion or just on. Over here again, your auto leveling system with some instructions there. This is your battery disconnect. That will disconnect all the battery power to the unit. Ready to tell that's on. On means your lights are on. Off, you can remove it. On, you can't. That'll come important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide and propane detector. Speaking of propane, propane's in here on a regulator, just lefty-loosey. You see green means you've got gas. Continuing down our off-camp side, vent for your flue for your furnace. Make sure it's never blocked and steer clear when you run your furnace. It does get hot. Again, our hot water heater. Here's where we dump our tanks. Here are our low point drains. On your slides, on the wiper sills, you want to keep these pliable. They have a liquid that you can spray on them. Keep them sprayed on there. That keeps them pliable over the years, keeps them flexing in and out. Good investments. Get some of that and spray it on there. Got a ladder, utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year, check the seams of your roof, and caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. You also prep for a backup camera. Device you can purchase from our store. One piece sits on your dash, the other piece connects to here. Gives you a backup camera for the unit. Your hitch and towing rates are all right there for your accessory hitch. Coming down your campsite, got a J-port. Slide in there, big metal piece that has a table for your grill. There's your quick connect for that. Access to the back of your fridge. You have a pitch adjust on your awning. If it's raining, you want to bring all the rain this way. So if you pull down on that pitch adjust, that will tilt this and run all your rainwater away. Another low point drain up here is going to be a handle to dump your freshwater drain right back there over top of that front axle. A couple outdoor speakers. That is a vent for your microwave. A spray port hose on the other side for the hot and cold shower. You can quick connect that here to spray this side off. Big pass-through storage, again with a motion sensor light. USBs, 110 and cable if you want to set a TV out here. Your other propane, your hydraulics for your leveling system. Again, check your battery posts every now and then. Make sure those haven't been loose. The spare tire can be brought down by that crank with that handle. That about covers everything out here. Let's take a look on the inside. First thing I like to point out is fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone who's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway in case of emergency. To my right, starting from the bottom, this is going to be your access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Bunch of 15s in there, a couple 25s, 30s. Highly recommend having a handful of those with you when you go camping. This is a temperature reader. Up above our control panel are a bunch of lights. Let's go to our control panel. Touch the upper left button, that's going to turn your light on and take you through the different pages. We've got a motors page, AC or HVAC page, settings, and tanks, as well as water. Starting with the motors, your awning, extend or retract. I've extended it. You only want to extend this out until you can see your brown bar and your flaps fall down to 90 degrees. You hold that button down, that will continue to run itself out and start to run itself up backwards. So keep an eye on it when you run it out. Make sure you don't run it out further than you need to. While that's running in, at the bottom of the control panel, 1 is interior lights, 2 is exterior, 3 will do both. That WP will turn on your water pump, and this will take you directly to your HVAC page. So I'll turn on the AC, you hear that. Go through and shut that off. See, it shuts off rather quickly. Now if I change that to heat, turn the furnace on, I have to go up to, oops, wrong button. Go up to set because it's got to set it higher than the room temperature for the furnace to come on. What I want to point out, there it's cranked up, is when I shut that off now, you'll notice that it takes a few minutes for the furnace fan to cycle through before it actually shuts off. Over here you can pair your device. There's the J-Command BM Pro app. BM Pro is right there. Go ahead and put that on your phone. You can stand outside and open up your slide and awnings and shut your lights on and off. Really cool app. Tanks, here's your freshwater tank to tell when your potable water is full. There's your black and gray tank readings. Here's where you turn on your water pump. Water heater if hooked to electric, water heater if hooked to gas. It does make a difference. Choose correctly. And then our awning and slide control will run the slide back in when we're done here. Close our door, continue the tour. Over here on the side of your kitchen area, a couple USBs, charging ports, 110 with GFCI reset, and your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mention this 12-volt is always running off your battery. So if you do go dry camping, out boondocking somewhere, plan on being gone the whole day, use that battery disconnect to keep this running your battery down while you're gone. Into our kitchen, you got a cutting board, drying rack, self-explanatory microwave. Below that, a fan and a light. Glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Flip that back, turn on your panel light, turn this to light, hit your spark, there's your flame. We'll do that to all three here real quick. Same thing on your oven. Turn that to light, right there. Hit your spark, that will light your oven, then turn it to the desired temperature. No need for a pilot light anymore. Rock that panel light down, it becomes an oven light. I'm sure to put this down for travel. If you're in a fridge, controls are in there. TV, and find the remotes for that. And remotes up here in your cupboard. So when you get to your destination, make sure that you go into menu and go to auto channel scan, and that will run you through a channel scan for your local channels. These straps are on here for travel, but what I want to show you is behind your TV. It's where your cable connects, and you also have connections that you can hook up here to put in a VCR or whatnot. When you put this back, make sure you push it all the way back so it snaps in there. And then make sure you put your bungees back on the corners for travel. Sound system over here, you can run your TV sound through over here as well. So dual zoned, indoors, outdoors, or both. Modes: FM, auxiliary, TV sound, DVD, Bluetooth, radio. Back radio. Below that, your fireplace. Not just for looks anymore. I can go through and show you all the pretty colors, but the biggest thing, folks, is the heat. If it's chilly in here in the morning or evening, crank this baby up on high. I can already feel it. And it'll get it toasty in here in no time. Save your gas, use their electric. Show you real quickly how to turn your sofa into a bed. Remove your back Velcro cushions. Stand in the middle and lift up. Hold your legs out. Pull everything towards you. Then go to the back. Fold the back down. Just that quickly, you've got another sleeping quarters. Now, most important thing, putting this away, is make sure you lift the back up first. Otherwise, you're going to damage your sofa. Stand in the middle, gives you good leverage. Fold that down. Put your cushions on back, and just that quickly, you are back to a sofa. I mentioned, make sure you have your chairs strapped down for travel. Lighting and USB here. Storage inside your seating bench. Coming into the bathroom, a couple things to mention in here. Make sure that this shower door is snapped open for travel. Exhaust fan up here. Accent lighting through there. In your bedroom, another temperature reader. Mentioned under your bed are a couple fold-up chairs to take the place of your bench up front that match your stationary chairs up there. Excellent lighting here, one on both sides. Prep for a TV as well. That about covers everything on the inside. It's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. I like to start with my lights. Walk through, come to number one. Got to shut off all your interior lights except for your accent lights. Walk through and clip them babies off. Back to your control panel. Touch number one if you can find it in the dark. We're going to go up to our motors. We're going to select our slide. And before I hit retract, grab your Jayco bag, put that away for you. Retract. So doors and drawers, walk through the unit, make sure all doors and drawers are closed, everything's snapped in nicely, everything's ready for travel. Bring our slide in. I do want you to hear a little noise at the end here. Don't worry, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just the slide mechanism saying I'm in all the way. Shut off number one. Look out at my awning lights. They are on, so touch number two. Now I know all my exterior is off as well. Biggest thing to remember on these steps, make sure this door is all the way open. Otherwise that will catch on it. You also have adjustable feet. Simply press up on this and that will release this where you can move it to where you want it. Set this up inside. Before you leave the dump station, lock and deadbolt this door and lift and turn this. I say it like that in case you want to go inside to check the levels of your tanks before you leave. If we're boondocking, you get up underneath here, open up that fresh water tank, come back around to our auto leveling system and retract our auto leveling system just simply by hitting retract all. So bring everything back up. Once they're all up, lift your front. If I turn these back on by touching both arrows again, lift your front, get your vehicle up underneath there and head on home. If we are at a campsite, we're going to unhook our power, our water, our cable, bring up them stabilizing jacks, hook up our hitch, and head on up to the dump station. Now, the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump's going to be right in front of your tires on your off camp side or your driver's side of your tow vehicle, and you got 10-foot hose comes to your convenience bag. Park, hook that up, come up here and pull that black water handle. That's going to be your sewage. It sounds like that's no longer draining. Look inside, check your levels. If it's empty, leave that black handle open, grab the hose at the dump station, and hook it up to this black tank flush. Turn that hose on, again emphasizing with this black handle open, and let it run for a good 5 minutes. Guy behind you is on vacation. He can wait 5 minutes while you wash this out. Spray that spray port out really good. Get all that nastiness out of there. When that's done, shut that off. Make sure all that washout you just put in there has drained. Then you can close your black handle. Pull your first gray. It can be cleaner water, your sinks, your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. When that's done, pull your second gray. While your second gray is draining, come on up underneath there and open up your low point drains. When them are done, if you're done for the season, come up here and lift up on this pressure release valve. Careful, that'll dump some hot water. When that's done, pull that drain plug. Make sure you put your hot water heater back together. I've seen people leave campsites with these setting to the side of the dump station. When that second gray is done, close that up, unhook that hose, store it in a nice sanitary convenient place, and head on home. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Eagle for many years to come. Happy camping.